Army would decide by the middle of 2015 whether women should be allowed to go through Ranger training, and a year later the Navy would decide whether women should be allowed to go through SEAL training. But it's not a done deal. The services could come back and ask to keep those units off limits to women. The issue is not can a woman make it through the training, but can enough women complete the training to make it practical to undertake all the other changes that you have to take when you open a unit to women. Rangers and SEALs could well remain all male, but thousands of other combat jobs in infantry, tanks, and artillery will be opened up to women over the next few years.
All right, that's David Martin, CBS News. Welcome back to the Steve Malzberg Show. We're joined right now by the former Deputy Undersecretary of the Navy, former Assistant to Secretary of Defense Caspar Weinberger, fellow at the Hudson Institute, Seth Cropsey. Hello, Seth. How are you, sir?
I'm fine, thank you, Steve.
Good to talk to you again. All right, before we get to Syria, real quick, what do you think of this push to have women in combat as SEALs and every other capacity?
A lot of nonsense.
Why so?
SEALs are it's an extraordinarily demanding job, and most of the men who enter into the training program don't make it because of the physical and mental demands. I have no doubt that there are some women who could probably pass the test, but it would alter the character of the units and the same kinds of problems between men and women that the large military has to deal with will not be helpful if included in the other large tactical problems that special operations already has to deal with.
So this is what, political correctness run amok?
It's just more of the same.
More of the same. All right, well, let me ask you now, sir, Syria. Mysteriously, all of a sudden, Barack Obama's red line was crossed just in time to divert attention from all the scandals. What do you believe we should be doing or not be doing? I mean, I don't know who the rebels are. You may know. We know some of them. A lot of them are al-Qaeda. Some of them have ripped out the hearts, literally, and ate the hearts of their Syrian soldiers, the enemy. Some decapitated a young 14-year-old boy because he said something about the Prophet Muhammad. And these are among the people we're going to be arming and supporting?
It's not my policy.
No, well, what would you suggest we do there, sir?
Well, look, this is look. It's good to look at this question immediately, but I think you have to see what the backdrop is, and the backdrop is that this administration has mishandled policy, its Middle Eastern policy, from the get-go. Our relations with Israel have never been worse since the establishment of the Israeli state in 1948. We helped show Mubarak the door in Egypt, and what's the result?
Muslim Brotherhood.
Muslim Brotherhood and an economy that is near collapse. Right? When the Iranians tried to rise up in the streets, Obama was at a party or golfing or had something else to do. We wasn't paying attention. Libya took forever for a response. Syria took forever for a response. When you wait this long, you lose the influence that you might have had, and when you show by example that you want to disengage, people don't take you seriously, and that exactly describes the way Mr. Putin is dealing with Mr. Obama right now. He doesn't take him seriously. In addition, we'd have no more Sixth Fleet. The U.S. naval forces in the Mediterranean consist almost exclusively of ships that are transiting from Suez to Gibraltar or from Gibraltar to Suez. So we've lost our military influence. We're losing our diplomatic influence. And what message do you think it sends, and do your listeners think it sends to the world when you have a policy of finally arming the rebels, whoever they are, as you point out? That's a message that's announced by a deputy national security advisor. What does that tell you?
Yeah, no, I think I think Seth, you've described it quite aptly, and we were up against a hard break. But I thank you. I thank you for your input on both of these issues, and we'll speak to you again, sir.